Hey guys, welcome in. I picked up the new Too Faced Pop-Tarts collection. There were two palettes that came out. I thought we would do a sit down and try both of these on. Gotta be honest, these seem like pretty overpriced. They do retail for $27 a piece, but if you guys were interested in these because you're a fan of Too Faced, then stay tuned. We're gonna create two looks. We're gonna do some swatches. I have turned the brightness up on my lights to 100%. I had realized that they were only at about 30 this entire time that I had been filming with them. I wanna say I've had these lights for about 6 months. I'm partially blinded right now. So if my video is much brighter than it normally is if you're a returning viewer, that's why. I think I'm gonna keep them like this because I've been noticing some of my videos are on the darker side. So I think I've discovered that you need to have these up to their full brightness. Anyway, let's get into these. I did tell you guys that these do retail for $27. I have to say that for an 8-pan palette, I think that's kind of a lot, even for Too Faced. So they are the brown sugar cinnamon, and then there is the frosted strawberry. Now on the box, it says that they're supposed to smell like the Pop-Tart itself. So it smells like a frosted strawberry Pop-Tart. I'm gonna tell you right now, that's not the case. Like this one in the frosted strawberry one is like more sweet than the other one, but both of them don't have a very strong smell. It smells like more like cardboard than anything. So here is the color story on the frosted strawberry one. The only thing that I'm really disappointed about in this one is that it doesn't have like a lighter shimmer, which I personally like in like the inner corner of my lid, but I like the color story. I like a lot of pinks. Then here is the color story for the brown sugar cinnamon. And I also love warm tone shadow. So this is basically a fully warm tone palette. And this one actually does come with 2 lighter shimmers. So I like that about it. I think we'll start with the frosted strawberry one first. And we will do full swatches of this. I'll do live swatches for you guys. And then we'll just do one look on one eye with it and another look on the other eye. So I always start my swatches from left to right, top to bottom. I already can tell you I don't love how deep set they are inside the pan. Getting my finger in there to do the swatches was on the harder side. This is basically a useless shade for me. Personally, I don't use shades like this to brighten, but some of you might. That one was Frost Yourself. This is Frosted Strawberry. These seem like really pretty powdery, to be honest. This one is a nice light pink, but it has some shimmers in it when you're looking up close. I shouldn't say shimmers. It has like tiny little sparkles, but usually those don't translate to the eyes, especially when they're that small. But I see it like a little tiny bit on the swatch. Not enough to really make any kind of difference. This next one is called Berry Juicy. Yeah, getting my finger in there is hard because of the cardboard pans. Okay, that didn't carry all the way. It's an okay swatch. It's not great. This next one is the brown one. It is Bake It Happen, and it was the most soft one that I swatched so far. Again, these aren't carrying all the way. So they're probably gonna be buildable shades. I like this shade. It's kind of on the harder side. It's called Ice Ice Glazy. Yeah, I just like the color of it. I like the tone. Man, these aren't swatching the greatest. Sometimes that happens, that's okay. Yeah, see how light these two are on my skin tone? They don't make a huge impact. This next one is called Sugar Coated. It's a baby pink. That one swatched a little bit better than the others. Now for the 2 shimmer shades in the palette. So the first is a red, a deep red. It's called Fruity and Flirty. I like the way that felt and I liked the way that swatched. I get the impression that this is gonna be better on these like shimmer shades than it will be for the mattes. That's not always the case, but I do find that sometimes with swatching that it's a good indication if the shimmers are just a better, smoother formula, that they're the nicer part of a palette. Again, I lose one of the shades because I'm not going to use this one. This one's pretty light, but it would show up on me. I'm just sad that they didn't have a lighter shimmer. I would have liked that in here and like lose this white one or lose this pink one even and put a light shimmer. So I think what I'm going to do, because I liked that Ice Ice Glazy shade, is I'm going to start with a transition on this one. I'm actually going to bring this into the crease, this one down here. And then I'm going to deepen up the outer corner with the red and the brown. I'm gonna like mix these two shades together, and then I'm gonna use the Strawberry Lava all over the lid. That's how I like to do my eye looks. I'm not well versed in, I'm scooting in so I don't have to zoom in, hopefully. I'm not well versed in creating a ton of other eye looks. That's how I like to do them. So that is how I'm going to do it. These are really powdery, so I am gonna like do my foundation after I do the eye look. I'm gonna speed through this portion. I've been doing this a lot in my videos lately. I just think that you don't need to hear me talk while I'm applying it, as I really don't have any super important things to talk about, so here we go. Well, it was pretty simple. I didn't go like crazy. These two deep shades though, you guys, are really good quality. They build really easily. They don't over blend, so they're nice. I did try and use, well, I didn't try. I did try. I used these two shades right here in the inner corner just to brighten it up, because I didn't want to take, where is it? This shade all the way in, because it was starting to look like just too similar. There was not a lot of depth happening. So hopefully, you know, I don't know, I didn't ruin the eye look necessarily, but so I kind of got some use out of them. I think that's probably how I would use them if you're like somebody who likes to brighten up here. You know, you might get use out of those shades. Otherwise, that's really the only way that I was going to get any kind of real use out of them. I would say that there's no real fallout. Even the deeper shades didn't transfer too much. I mean, it's not terrible. This is a pretty simple color story, so you might not get too many different looks every time, but I like that they have a brown in here. That was kind of nice, actually. I do think that there's depth within these shades. I don't think that they're so similar that you can't get depth with it. I prefer creating look with depth, but some of you guys might like just to use kind of one shade, that sort of thing. I'm not going to do the lower lash line today. I'm just going to keep it pretty simple, because usually when I do the lower lash line, I like to put on falsies or even just like mascara on the lower lash line, and I don't want to do that. I just want to, yeah, just keep it simple. So I'm going to go wash my hand off so we can swatch this one and then do a look on the left eye. Well, swatch my arm, I guess my hand, you know. Okay, I have returned. Let's go into this brown sugar cinnamon one. I think I'm gonna like this one better because it has the lighter shimmers in it. So again, starting from top, you know, top left across and down. This first shimmer is like so hard pressed. It's almost like a topper. Ooh, I don't like toppers. They don't do much for me. Okay, I got a little bit more out of it than I thought I was gonna get, honestly. That one is in Bite Me. This one is called Big Toaster Energy. These mattes swatch better than the other one. This one is called Brown Sugar Cinnamon. I think this is like the other lighter shimmer. This one is probably what, I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna end up using, because it swatched a little bit better. It's hard for me to see back in the monitor, but it looks like it swatched better than that first one. This one is Dust the Crust. This is weird names. Yeah, see, these mattes are way better like pigmentation, and they carry farther than the other palette did. They still feel hard pressed though, I'm not gonna lie. This one is In My Fillings. In My Fillings? Okay. It's a really light gray. Not gray. What am I saying? Like beige. This one is called Spread the Love. This one is very similar to this one. Not a huge like range between those shades. That kind of sucks because when you're doing an 8-pan palette, I'd like to see a little bit more range. Ooh, this one's like crumbly. This one's called Hot and Poppin'. There it is there. I'm trying to think if like that's a satin or a shimmer. Like, I don't know. That last one, what does it look like? It's like a flat matte with sparkles in it. This last one is a shimmer. This one is called Get Toasted. I don't know, you guys. There's like a lot of similarities between the shades. Even though this is a shimmer, these three, Boop, Boop, and Boop, are all like the same warm tones. Even this one over here that I think I originally thought was going to be a shimmer is kind of like a matte with sparkles in it. Not a huge variety here. I don't know. I like warm tone shades. I just feel like, I mean, look at these two. When you're looking at them, I mean, there's not a whole lot of difference. Okay, I have Scooched In. I think I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna use this one up here as a transition. What can I even use in the crease? I mean, it doesn't even matter. Sometimes the crease doesn't even show up. So I'll build this in the outer corner and then I'll go with this one on the lid. Here we go. Wow, that was super duper easy. You know, the one thing that I can really say about both of these palettes is that these darker shades are actually really good quality. They don't over blend and they're easily built up. They have nice pigmentation. I will say that about them. Let me go and finish the rest of my makeup just so that I can be put together for you. And then I'm gonna come back and give you my final thoughts on these palettes. Okay, so everything is finished. I'm back. Let's talk about the palettes individually, and we'll start with the Frosted Strawberry one. So I can tell you, which I've already said, that I like the quality of the deepening shades. I dislike that they have this lighter shade in here because for me it doesn't do anything, and I would have liked to see a light shimmer. I think that overall, though it's really good quality, I just don't like these darker shimmers being the only shimmers in the palette. It doesn't smell delightful and delicious like I expect like Too Faced palettes to smell. Let's talk about the Brown Sugar Cinnamon one. I think I preferred this one more because I think you can do more with it than you can with the other one. Even though I think that these two shades right here, Boom and Boom, are really, really similar, I still think that there's like more variety in the shimmers, and I think for me that's, I don't know, that tips it over the scale. I didn't use this one, but I didn't like the way that this one felt because it just feels like, oh dude, it is so hard to press, and like you don't pick up a whole heck of a lot on it. But I really liked this shimmer. I think this shimmer on this eye right here, it's so pretty. And yeah, this deep shade here is also really, really good quality. It held together nicely. I think this is more versatile because it's just a smokier look I think that you can create with this. And it also, this one has less of a scent to it than the other one. Now, let's talk about them holistically. They are $27 a piece. Do I think that these are worth $27 a piece? No, I do not. I think that I have comparable drugstore or more affordable palettes than this that even offer me more shades or more variety, more depth than these ones do. If you guys are a fan of Too Faced palettes, then you might like them because I don't think the quality is bad. But like I said, holistically, I don't think that they're worth 27 bucks. 27 bucks. So if you do that math backwards, you guys, you're getting literally 8 shades for $27. I think of Too Faced as like a high-end brand, but I don't necessarily think of their formulation as some of the best that I've tried. I do like the quality, but they're not super standout in my collection, not always. I think some of the palettes, they vary in terms of like the overall quality and the productivity of the shades. I don't think that 6-pan palettes should cost $27 for Too Faced. That's my personal opinion, but I don't dislike them. So if you are thinking about getting these and you're okay with the price tag that they have, then I think that you'd like them if you like the color stories. Except this one was disappointing for me. So if you like bringing in a lighter shimmer, then I think this one would, I just hit myself in the face, then this one would disappoint you just a little bit. I think that's it. That's my final wrap for today, you guys. I hope you enjoyed today's video. It is a beautiful day out today, so I'm gonna get the heck out of here with my 2 different eye looks and get on with my bad self. So I hope to catch y'all in my next video. Bye, guys.